Whew. I think I got a little burn today. You can see it now. Yeesh. Anyway, just got some chicken on a stick. I opted for chicken thigh and tail. Unfortunately, the gizzard was sold out. Otherwise, I would have gotten the gizzard and skin combo because when in Rome, right? But they were all sold out, so I got the thigh and tail, which is I think a little more up my alley anyway. Okay, so I had a good night's sleep. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. I've just checked out of my Airbnb and now I am walking down the Togoshi Ginza Avenue, which is where I got dinner last night. And I'm gonna get breakfast here this morning as well. It's right on the way to the local train station, which I will take to Akihabara today, which I saw on the bike tour, but I didn't get a chance to go into any of the shops while we were on the bikes. So I'm going to do that first today. And then probably after that, go to Harajuku, which is the sort of famous area of Japan where all the weird teenagers with crazy clothes hang out. See that. And then last night in Shinjuku, I saw a samurai museum, which I'm going to try to go to later in the afternoon today. My bus leaves at 10:30, so I actually have an entire full day here, and I'm not sure if those three things are going to be enough to fill it, so we'll see. Okay, so now I'm in Akihabara. I've already kind of gone from being very certain that I'm not going to buy anything to looking for a very specific thing. So anime figurines are all over the place here, and a lot of them are fairly expensive. I also don't really know of any anime character that would be worth paying that much for a figurine of, or at least I couldn't think of one until I saw one. But it wasn't quite right, so I am now kind of keeping an eye out for a figure of Majin Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. If I find a good one, I might buy it if it's reasonably priced. Okay, if I can't find a good one of Majin Vegeta, I might get this one of him in an apron holding an egg, because that's the other part of his character that I like. So I have about 7 hours before my train. I'm pretty exhausted. I don't know what I'm going to do for those 7 hours. Enjoying just sitting here and people watching for the time being, though. I should clarify that it's not a train I'm waiting for, it's actually a bus. I've taken so many trains in the last 2 days, I've just gotten used to that, I guess.
Maybe I should go to a capsule hotel and rent a capsule for 4 hours and take a nap. But I think that I'd probably be awake for the whole bus ride, and that would kind of defeat the point. So here we sit. Okay, I think I'm gonna stand in line for this. Park, which is like the huge imperial park for the Meiji Emperor. I came in here specifically to try to find a place where I could sit down, and I finally found an open field where people are not only sitting but lying down. I'm so excited.
Back in Hirosaki, and it was cold and rainy when I left. It's cold and rainy now that I'm back. I gotta walk back home and then I'm going to class. Back home. This is actually 2 days later. Actually no, the next day. It kind of confuses me, the whole night bus thing. Like it's just really strange. I don't know what our lives as humans are going to be when the self-driving cars really take off and we can just plug in our destination, fall asleep, and end up in like Chicago, fall asleep in, I don't know, Massachusetts and wake up in Chicago or something. It's crazy to me the way that worked. It worked really well. The first trip, the first bus ride was kind of hard to sleep because they stop every 2 hours to let people off to go to the bathroom, and they turn the lights on and the door dings when it opens, and so I kept waking up realizing that we weren't there yet, and then slowly, okay, falling back asleep. But on the way back, I tied whoops, sorry, my battery just dinged at me. I tied a shirt across my eyes to keep the light out, and I put my headphones on, playing just white noise, and I literally slept the entire trip. We ended up at Hirosaki about half an hour early, so it's a good thing that I woke up about 10 minutes before that, because otherwise, like, I might have just slept straight through the stopping at Hirosaki, because I slept through all of the previous stops prior to that, so I guess I got pretty lucky in that regard. I did go to class that morning. I was pretty tired, but I made it through. I only had one class that day, so I was all right. Went to class and then went home afterwards. Struggled to stay awake, but I did, and then I went to work that night and basically just had a normal day. So I think the night bus worked really well. Next up, I think I'm going to try to get to Kyoto, which is probably going to take going on the night bus to Tokyo, and then from there getting the Shinkansen to Kyoto. So we'll see how well I can manage that. Speaking of Kyoto and Tokyo, here's a little funny thing I learned on the tour. Kyoto is spelled K-Y-O-T-O, and Tokyo is T-O-K-Y-O. It never even occurred to me that those are literally all the same letters and pretty much the same sounds, just rearranged. I knew that Kyoto is the former capital and Tokyo is the capital after the Warring States period, where all the feudal lords fought each other for control. When eventually one of the lords did take total control, he moved the capital to what was then called Edo and changed the name to Tokyo. Tokyo literally just means the eastern capital. So Kyoto means the capital, and Tokyo means the capital over in the east. So they are written with all the same sounds. Anyway, that was just a little interesting anecdote from the tour. Yeah, I think next weekend I'm going to go to, or this weekend actually, I'm going to go to Aomori. I hope to go to Aomori to see my host family, and then maybe the weekend after that I will try to go to Kyoto. So stay tuned for a possible trip to the historical capital of Japan, where I have heard the architecture and everything is much more in keeping with the old traditional style, and Maki-san especially has really recommended to me that I go there. So I think that's going to be the next trip.